makes that team score 15-9 in favor of Army.
Through 7 matches. So we're moving to 133. It snapped the 3-match winning streak for the midshipmen. At 133, Brendan Ferretti for the midshipmen, the sophomore from Macomb, Michigan. Ranked 31st in the nation by Intermat. 10-8 overall this season against Braden Basile, the freshman from Tampa, Florida, who is 15-9 this year for Army with 4 pins.
Both close in ranking. One's Braden is 31 in the country, and Brendan is 33.
Yeah, they're 2 good young wrestlers getting their first experience in an Army-Navy star match. One day they too will be seniors, but now a chance to get some points for their senior teammates, try to send them out winners.
Brendan had a great victory 2 weeks ago there against that ranked opponent, and hopefully he can carry off that win and bring it into this weekend.
It was an 8-5 decision over Jace Palmer at North Carolina 3 weeks ago in Chapel Hill.
Yes.
Brendan was hot when Navy was hot to start the season. He won 5 straight dual matches to start the year.
Then last week against Bucknell.
Had a decision over Bucknell and had a loss in a decision over Lockhaven on Friday night.
Brendan's in deep on a shot here. He's got to lift that thing up. He's got to watch the roll through. We don't want him to, Basile to come underneath and roll underneath. Ferretti's got to get back to his feet here. That's the way he wants to go. There's the 3-point takedown.
First points of the match.
And then they gave the escape right away.
And Ferretti will work back in.
A minute left in this first period.
Actually, he had I misspoke earlier. He had a 7-3 win over Army's Rich Trainer last year. Brendan did as a freshman.
Yes.
So quite an accomplishment in your first 2 seasons on the yard, on the wrestling team, to be wrestling in the biggest match of the year.
So in that case, right, like, so, you know, Army bench is here calling for stalling. Brendan was obviously trying to come in, and Basile just kind of blocked him out. So there's the difference in when it gets called for stalling and when it's just, they consider it action on the edge. 30 seconds remains. Oh, dang. Wow, what a scramble. Athleticism there by Ferretti.
It's Brendan Ferretti and Braden Basile. Out the circle, they will both start up.
8 seconds remaining in this period. Great action. Great action on the edge. Both guys. Shot, reshot, counter offense.
Both of these wrestlers were 3-time state champions in high school. Brendan Ferretti
in Michigan.
And Braden Basile, a 3-time Florida State high school champion. Tampa Jesuit. Brendan went to Dakota High School, suburb of Detroit. Some good wrestling in Detroit. A lot of those wrestlers stay in the Midwest, so big for Coach Colat to get Brendan Ferretti here at the Naval Academy.
Yeah, he did a year at the prep school up in Newport, and now he's been here, so he's doing great things for us.
And he has a 4-1 lead here, just underway in the second period. This 8th of 10 matches in the Army-Navy Star Match.
Brendan's got to do a little better job of setting that up rather than shooting straight from the open. You know, you don't want to give up an easy go behind. Heavy hands, create some movement, level change, get him to react, reshot.
Much like last year, this one's tight. Last year, Navy won the Star Match 18-13. They now trail 15-19 overall.
Brendan's got a circle here.
With Brendan Ferretti leading this match 4-1.
Brendan's got a circle. They're going to hit him with stalling.
Minute remaining in the second period.
Brendan's in deep. Deep fireman's carry. He's got to get his right arm across that other leg. He's going to shelf that knee. There, he's reaching down for that foot. He's going to try to shelf it. He's got to get his right arm across. Uh-oh. This is going a little different than expected because Brendan had definitely had the advantage on the shot. Brendan still has the leg. 20 seconds remain. Ten seconds remain. Brendan still has the leg. Nothing changed. Nothing changed.
And I'm
not sure they can give that because why wouldn't they have given it earlier?
And nothing
changed. He just
Coach
said
it. Coach Colat agrees. He's thrown the green brick for the review. What did he need to do to get those 3 points that the officials saw?
Brendan still had his leg, and he had a lock around the head. His hands were locked. He had a lock around his leg, and nothing changed. And then the referee called 3. I'm not sure why that would happen. I'm not sure what West Point's crying about.
They're getting in there. And Brian Murphy wants to get back in and take a look at the iPad.
So here we are looking at the review. Brendan still has a lock around the leg. Still has the lock.
So the right arm gets in for Basile, and that's where he gave him the points, when the right arm got in.
I'm not sure about that. He still had the lock.
Second review of the night, in this the 8th match of the night. The first review was initiated by our referees, Nick Grasso and Brian Murphy. This one initiated by Coach Colat for Navy as he threw the green brick in the moment he saw those 3 fingers go up.
He did.
For Braden Basile. So Navy has won 4 individual matches. West Point has won 4, but it's those major decisions that have been the difference.
It definitely has been. It's the bonus points. It's the technical fall at 125 and the major decision that is really putting Navy back on its heels a bit.
So the call on the mat will stand after the review. They're asking for Nick Grasso to move back to the head table. 15-9 is the lead overall in the Army-Navy Star match right now.
Riding time,
Army.
Yeah, riding time not a factor here. And a tie match, 4-4, going into this third period. Ferretti's going to have to take him down. That's what it comes down to, and it's going to have to be a clean takedown because as we've seen, every time Ferretti's gotten into his leg, he's doing a great job of, Basile's been doing a great job of just countering and tying things up, creating a longer takedown, and you know, time is not in our favor here, in Navy's favor.
Braden Basile was down 9-2 in a match earlier this season, Jay, and he threw a mean headlock and ended up getting a win. So he can score points quickly.
So the great thing about wrestling, you can be
it's
losing by a lot. It's never over.
That's right. And you blink, you miss it. It's great excitement. And this crowd here at Alumni Hall is really enjoying it tonight. College wrestling at its best in college wrestling's greatest rivalry, the Army-Navy Star Match for bragging rights between these two military academies. 1 minute remaining in the third period. A 1-point lead for Braden Basile over Brendan Ferretti. Still plenty of time for Ferretti to get in. So you can see aggressively trying to get his head in.
Basile's going to try to tie it up here, slow things down, ride that clock out. Look, he's looking at the clock now. See how much time. He's got 30 seconds left. Referee, when the referee's aware of that, he'll stop it and try to get the action going back in the open, because Basile's just going to try to ride that clock out. See, Brendan's got to get himself going in and get a clean shot. He needs to pull a clean shot off here. 20 seconds. Now we're down to 10. Stalling. And there's another victory for Army West Point.
So we're going to go right down to the